everyone. We're at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and it's probably going to be a quick video today. We're essentially going to be focused on taking a look at the Wolf's Revenge, finally testing. We're excited to hop on the train, get a ride around, and hope we catch it running on the track today. In addition, we're going to check out what else has changed for April around the park. There's some new merchandise. If we have time, we might take a real quick look at Kids Weekends. We're, of course, here by ourselves, so we're not going to focus too heavily on Kids Weekends, but we're going to take a look at the new merch, including some Busch Gardens 50th items, and we hope we can catch the big bad wolf. So let's get going. At the education and tours area near the park entrance, they're advertising what I believe is a new behind-the-scenes tour of the railroad. That sounds really cool. I haven't heard of it before, unless I've just overlooked it. If you're interested, here's the QR code to register for it. The Emporium has added some 50th merchandise that wasn't here last time. Most notably, this new baseball cap, trucker-style cap, for $32.99. They've also added this 50th anniversary mug. They've added this 50th anniversary ornament. The ornament is $17.99. They have a new 50th anniversary picture frame. A couple other pieces of new glassware. This pretty large shot glass is $9.99, and they also have a more traditionally sized shot glass. This one is just not for 50th, it's just Busch Gardens Williamsburg, but it has a bunch of coaster logos on there, which is really cool. That one is $11.99. If you're still interested in this blueprint of the Festhaus, this one that they have out of the edition of 1975 is only number 38, and it's still here. They finally have a 50th anniversary lanyard to go with their lanyard pouch that they released last time we were here. The lanyard pouch, if you haven't seen it, is this one right here. So there's a matching pair now. Not 50th anniversary related, but it looks like they have a few new shirt designs. They have this new Verbolten design in a navy blue and also a gray color. They have this blue Tempesta shirt and a new Pantheon design. Both of these designs I think are really cool. I like these a lot. This is a classic logo that they've modified slightly on these shirts here, this green shirt where they put it in a circle and they list around the circle a bunch of their different coasters and other rides here, going all the way around. They also have it in a light blue color. And then they have that same logo on the back of these shirts. This long sleeve dark shirt also lists all of the coasters on the front. And they also have it in a gray child-sized hoodie, a dark green adult-sized hoodie, and just to show you, if you flip it around, that logo is on the back of those hoodies too. So it's a pretty cool touch. I like the merchandise that lists all of the coasters. Busch Gardens Kids Weekends are going on still, and this week they have the Octonauts as we're filming this. I'll be honest, I have no idea who the Octonauts are. Much like they've done for Mardi Gras and Food and Wine Festival and other events that they have at the park, near the Sweet Shop in England they have an upgrade center for Kids Weekends. I wasn't even aware that there was anything going on that you could upgrade to here, so I'll have to look into that once it's open. We're here too early, it's closed at the moment. Near Nessie, the Rhine River Cruise is now back open for the season, but it doesn't open until noon, and then it closes before the park closes as well. The Complete the Loop signs that are located in various places around the park have been modified since the last time we saw them. There used to be more information on here, but now it only says walking the park is equal to 1.5 miles and 11 inclines. Previously it said 2.5 miles, 5,675 steps, and 444 calories. I guess the calories and the steps are stuff that vary person to person, so they took it off. Also, the words down here, I don't know if it comes across well on camera, but there's a sticker over here. The reason they put a sticker on the second line is it originally said maintain a healthly weight, Healthly. They changed it to correct the spelling. The finished product of the Collie and Clydesdale and sheep pens over here in Scotland. Nice fresh woodwork. Looks really great. Even the grass has been resodded. So the turf looks like nothing was ever changed. I really like what they did here. It's unfortunate that there aren't any animals back in here yet, but the work that they did is wonderful. All the way in the back there's a little pen too that also had its wood redone. The plant life in Ireland is growing in really nicely. All around in the lattice work above the eating areas near the grill here, they have a bunch of wisteria, I believe. I'm not gonna pretend I know my plants. That was Google that told me this. But that looks really cool having this hanging down. And there's even some hanging down from the castle turret as well over there. They have a nice big sign advertising kids weekends in Ireland. It ends on April 20th, so next weekend as of when we're recording this. One more weekend to go before they switch over to the Food and Wine Festival. Busch Gardens has been offering a Celtic Fire Insider Tour. You know, Celtic Fire is held inside the Abbey Stone Theater. If you want to take the Celtic Fire Insider Tour, they've put up a sign over here. I'm pretty sure this is new. I don't remember seeing this sign before, but you would meet right to the left-hand side of the theater. 2 weeks out from the Food and Wine Festival, and they already have the Hawaii booth up. They always put it right here just outside of Ireland. They don't have the menu up yet, but that's okay. We'll find out in a couple of weeks what they have to offer. We happened to walk by while two of the wolves were out. If you've ever wondered, according to the trainer, the white wolf is known as Inoki, and the darker colored wolf is known as Denali. As we continue around the park, both the Margarita booth and the Mexico booth are standing, which means that they probably have all of the Food and Wine Festival booths standing now, so that's kind of exciting that they're already ready. Let's see if this one actually is still Mexico when the Food and Wine Festival actually starts. The Lorikeet Glen is open for the season. Lorikeets are back where they belong. And there aren't just lorikeets in there. Have these big birds as well. Lorikeets are as chirpy as ever. I'm not 100% sure what the bigger birds are, but they are either bush thickneys, guira cuckoos, or green imperial pigeons. I'm assuming, based on what I know cuckoos and pigeons look like, that these are the bush thickneys, but I'm not 100% on that. As you're heading into France, there was a member coaster tree right here. Looks like it has now been removed. Makes me wonder if they're about to have a member coaster tree 2025. If they are, we haven't heard about it, so I guess our picture won't be on there. You can tell it's starting to warm up here. La Belle Wine Bar has their grapevines starting to bloom, so there should be some nice growth on here in a month or so. I don't believe we saw this design in the Emporium when we were looking at the new shirt designs. I think this Griffin design is new. They have the adult sizes in an off-white color and a child size in burnt orange. The child size is $29.99. The adult size is $34.99. During the off-season in front of Griffin, we noticed that the wait time clock face was kind of in disrepair. I had assumed that they were in the process of replacing it, and maybe they still are, but the coaster's open now and it still kind of looks pretty awful. So I hope they're actually going to do something about this sometime in the near future. The gift shop near Alpengeist that used to sell Sesame Street merchandise has become a Loungefly gift shop. You can get all kinds of Loungefly bags here. They even have some that are SeaWorld related. In addition, they've added a giant Loungefly logo up here with the Busch Gardens logo behind it. If the Loungefly backpacks are too expensive for you, but you like the wallets, you can buy one, get one for half off. There are Sesame Street themed. They have Abby Cadabby, Cookie Monster, Oscar. They have an Elmo over there. Regular price for the wallets is $54.99, so you would get two of them for, so you would get two of them for about $83. Cardinal rule of Busch Gardens: you have to look at the cardinals if they're nearby. The wine tasting in German Gifts has switched sides. It was once near the window on the opposite side of the room. Now there are gifts and souvenirs over here on this side, and the wine tasting is over here. And you can see the price is $19.99 for the tasting, or by the glass for $11.99. As a nice little member giveaway for this month, they are giving everybody that's a member a stress ball that has the Big Bad Wolf, Wolf's Revenge logo on it. A very minor nitpick, I kind of wish they had the year 2025 listed on there, but it doesn't really matter. This is awesome. I really like this thing, and it's very tough to squish, so if you're really stressed, it'll really come in handy. Beginning with Pantheon and continuing with Dark Coaster, they have brought out building block sets. They're not Lego brand, they're their own brand, but they have now added a Wolf's Revenge building block set, and that one is $17.99. This is the first time we're actually seeing the prices of these, because the Pantheon and the Dark Coaster didn't have prices on them last time we were here. So that's what the finished product will look like. It's kind of neat to see an inverted coaster having a building block set. I was really excited over seeing number 38 of this blueprint over in the Emporium, but here in Der Marketplatz, they actually have number 21. There's also another new pin that we missed in the Emporium. This one has a dangle on it that has the anniversary, the 50th anniversary date of the park, May 16th, 2025. Gratuitous Dark Coaster wait time update. Their digital sign is still not working, but as of 11:30 on a Sunday, according to the chalkboard, the wait time is 45 minutes. The entertainment in the Festhaus is now officially the Oompa Band. It started March 20th. They have 4 showtimes daily at 12, 2, 4, and 6. A couple of visits ago, we saw that the Brauhaus was closed. The Brauhaus is now open, and they have updated their TV screen logo over here. They would normally have a listing of their beers. Apparently they don't have that available right now, but they do have a new logo on here, which is kind of nice. They've also rearranged the layout. They got rid of their love seats. They put in this 4-seater table, and they took some of the benches that are out in the Festhaus proper and put them in here, as well as move their barrels, put some seats against the back wall. So the seating arrangement is completely different in here from how it used to be. No more love seats either. On the side of the Festhaus, they've put up a big fence where the entrance to the Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge, will be. so we can't get very near the track. However, we can still see a little bit of the lift hill from here. We just can't get as close as we once could, which is a little bit of a shame, but hopefully they're putting something cool in this area, and that's why they fenced it off. The fence goes all the way down toward the Black Forest picnic area, and we can't even get anywhere near that area because they have these barricades up. So it looks like from the Festhaus we're going to have a pretty distant shot of the lift hill of the Big Bad Wolf. Well, attempt number 1 at catching a test train is a failure, but we'll be riding the train to see if we can catch it as we're riding, so hopefully that'll be better luck. Where Bolton has been down for a while now, I guess the repairs still aren't done. You can tell it's still down because there is absolutely nothing on the track right now. That's a shame. I hope they get it up and running soon. Although Verbolten is still down for the season, the Verbelwind is back up the way it should be. People about to start swinging in just a minute. And there it goes. On the bridge between Oktoberfest and Italy, they already have the Food and Wine Festival ad up. They're letting you know there is a new Poland food booth and a new China food booth, as well as 150 international flavors and 80 new menu offerings. So it's going to be fun to check that out once it starts April 24th. As we mentioned earlier, the Food and Wine Festival booths are in place right now. This in Italy is normally the spot where you would come across the Italy booth, but they currently have the grape stomping photo op here. So it doesn't look like they're going to have the Italy booth here this year. I guess we'll wait and see when the event starts, but yeah, there's a photo op here instead for the moment. At the Flying Machine, the fence that was blocking part of the area has been extended to cover the area that we were using to get a really good view of the attraction's destruction. But you can still see a little bit around the fence. You can see that the main portion of the ride is gone. There's still a little bit there, but it's mostly gone. They're making good progress on the destruction of the attraction. I'm interested to see what they're going to be putting in here in its place. They've gotten the Italy fountain up and running for the season. It looks like most of the fountain water sprayers are working. There are a couple that aren't. Rumor has it that Apollo's Chariot is now back up and running. However, unfortunately, while we're here, Apollo's Chariot is still down. Though the good news is that the test seat is back. The test seat had been removed. They put the test seat back, and it looks like, I'm assuming this is a wait time sign, so whenever it's back up and running, shouldn't be too much longer. At least we know with the test seat back, it'll be back up in the near future. I wanted to quickly add that Apollo's Chariot did come up. We did see it running, but before we were able to get video of it running, it went down again. Though we do have confirmation that it is officially running, so that's a good sign. Don't normally take a look at the wait time for Pantheon, but it's worth noting that at 1:15 on a Sunday, the wait time is only 5 minutes somehow. A little bit of a surprise, a balmy mid-50s in April is enough for the Roman Rapids to be open for the season. Though the Rapids doesn't stay open until it gets dark, it closes before the park at 7 p.m. I love that the Pantheon Rebound game in Festa Italia keeps changing and updating their prizes. Currently they have a bunch of fruits, an avocado, a blueberry, a pineapple, watermelon, and a strawberry, all with faces for some reason. Here we go. Let's hope we get lucky and catch some of the testing of the Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge. Even if we don't get any of the Big Bad Wolf testing, at least we'll be able to get an update on the construction progress. torn open the gift shop and are doing work on there, including a new paint job. So while we're waiting at the Caribou Station in New France, we're over here right by Invader. Fun little fact about Invader's trains, they are some of the trains from Gwazi in Busch Gardens, Tampa, before that coaster met its untimely demise. Despite the Roman Rapids being open for the season, it looks like Escape from Pompeii is still under construction inside, though it's clear that some progress is being made because in here, the scrim that was at the entrance, or I guess at the exit to the building for the drop, is now gone. So it's only a matter of time before it opens for the season. The water is still completely dry for now. We're not sure whether this was always here or if this is new, but below the lift hill there is a wooden fence here. This may or may not have always been here, but the wood looks pretty fresh. If this is new, I'm not sure what it's for. If you are familiar with this being here and you have any kind of information about what this might be for, let us know in the comments, please. Thank you. So that was all of the updates that we caught at Busch Gardens today. This video ended up being much longer than we were expecting. There were a lot more updates than we had expected when we first showed up here. It was nice to see that some of the rides that weren't running previously are now running. It's unfortunate that we didn't really get a good look at the testing for the Wolf's Revenge, but I guess that was just some bad luck on our part. Even though we weren't fortunate to catch the Wolf's Revenge testing today, we do know for a fact that it has been testing at times in the past. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but at least it has been testing. That means that it's on its way to opening to the public. We're really looking forward to seeing it open, and we're hoping to be here when it does open. We're also looking forward to, once the Kids Weekends event is over, the Food and Wine Festival starting. Speaking of Food and Wine Festival, coming up at the beginning of May is the Food and Wine Festival 5K, which we are going to be attending. So if you also are going to be attending that event, we look forward to seeing you there. So we hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, we would appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Every thumbs up is a big help to the channel. Also, please be sure to check out our Instagram page. It's appearing right over Jen's head right now. Right below that is our Threads handle. And then right under Jen is our email address. Please be sure to send us any questions, comments, concerns, or constructive criticism. We read all of them and we appreciate any feedback that you give. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for watching, but the fun's not over yet. Click the box in front of my face for another fun video, or click my tree to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another video.